All right, negative exponent practice. Here we go. Ooh. So just a reminder, as your negative exponent rules, right? N to the negative x, just make it into the reciprocal 1 over n to the x. And to go backwards, you've got 1 over n to the negative x equals n to the x. All right, we're going to mix that in with a bunch of stuff. So question number 1, what's b to the negative 2? This is where you pause the video. Don't worry about that line. I don't think it's supposed to be there. We're going to pause the video now. Give you a second to answer it. All right, unpause. Your answer should be 1 over b squared. And that's just following the rules for negative exponents. Right? There's no process to show you there. Number 2, almost the same thing. 1 over b to the negative 2. Pause the video, see if you can work it out. Unpause the video. Here we are. Just following your rules, you should end up with b squared, right? You're flipping that fraction over. Now we're going to start putting that together with some multiplication and some division. And now I've got a squared b to the negative 2. Pause the video for a minute and see if you can figure that one out. Unpause. Here we are. Are you ready? Here's your answer. Boom. A squared over b squared. If you got it right, awesome. Go ahead to the next problem. If not, real quick, a squared we're going to leave alone. What we got to deal with here is b to the negative 2. And we saw this in either question number 1 or 2. Anything to a negative exponent, we're just going to turn that into 1 over b squared. Right? And then we get a squared times 1 over b squared. And we put that together and we end up with a squared over b squared. Okay. Number 4, a to the negative 2 over b to the negative 2. Ooh, pause the video, see if you can work it out. Unpause, here we are. Dun, dun, dun. What'd you get? I got b squared over a squared. How do we do that? Stay tuned. All right, so a to the negative 2 is 1 over a squared. And b to the negative 2 is 1 over b squared, leaving us with this giant fraction. What we need to do is need to flip the whole thing over to get everything where it needs to be. Now, you can't actually just flip it over like that. That's upside down, right? But you end up with b squared over a squared when you have a fraction like that. Moving to number 5. We're just tearing through to it. 3a to the negative 2b squared divided by b squared over a squared. Pause the video, work it out. Awesome, unpause, and the answer is 3. What? How'd you get 3? I'll show you. Awesome, first thing we got to do on the left-hand side is figure out what a to the minus 2 is. Right, we did that at the very beginning. It's just following your negative exponent rules. You get 1 over a squared. So we're going to substitute that in for the a squared. A to the negative 2, sorry. Right, there we are. So 3 times 1 over a squared times b squared. Uh-oh, only 15 minutes left on my battery. Lucky you. Moving on. Put those things together, and we did this already also. So I've got 3 times b squared over a squared. And now it's just a regular division problem. 3 divided by 1 gives me 3 as my leading coefficient. B squared over a squared divided by b squared over a squared equals 1. Right? They cancel each other out. We bring that 3 down, and our answer for number 5 is just 3. Question number 6. Wow, we're going really fast. So 2a b to the negative 2 divided by a to the 0. What do we got to do? Well, oh, sorry. I'll go back. Pause the video. Oops. And you should get 2a over b squared. How do we do that? I'll show you. First of all, let's take care of that negative exponent. B to the negative 2 becomes 1 over b squared, right? Which is now 2a over b squared divided by a to the 0. Now, if you remember your 0 exponent rule, anything raised to the 0 power is 1. Anything times 1 is just itself, so our answer becomes 2a over b squared. Last one, a squared times a to the negative 2. Pause the video here, see if you can work it out. Unpause the video. I don't have to pause as long, I guess, in real life. And your answer is 1. How did that happen? I'll show you. A squared times a to the negative 2. Only thing I'm going to deal with here is the a to the negative 2. Right? So bring down our leading coefficient. It's cool. 2 plus negative 2, right? Because it's a multiplication problem. Remember, we add our exponents. 2 plus negative 2 is 0. And remember our rule, raising anything to the 0 power is 1. So a squared times a to the negative 2 is 1. And that's it for negative exponents. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I actually mean that this time. Go to YouTube and subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to become famous. Thanks for watching.